Miller just a tenth away, bearing in mind he's still injured from that crasher. If he's to make it 4 wins, he's got work to do from what will be 8th on the grid.
Do not see Fabio Quartararo that far down the grid very often. We can go down to, I'd like to say Simons with their Motorsport Director Pit Byra.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.